That and craving corn dogs for some reason. I don't know. Don't ask. Actually, I'll talk about it. See, last summer, I actually enjoyed last summer a lot. It was like, stay home. This thing's still working. Yeah. Stay home, play some video games, record some videos, listen to some music, and then just eat corn dogs. That's like all I did. Oh, I had this one friend that I was staying up with till like midnight almost every night playing Shell Shock, and then I'd wake up at like 10 o'clock in the morning or something. Because usually I go to sleep at like 10-ish and then wake up at 5:30-ish. And then that time I was going to sleep at like 1 o'clock in the morning and waking up at 10. Not that big of a difference. But I get up at like 10 o'clock and I'd record some videos, I'd play some video games, I would eat corn dogs. I don't know what it is about a corn dog, but I really want a corn dog. My mom and I were at the store and she's like, hey, you want me to pick up anything so that you can eat this for lunch tomorrow? And I sat there and I know she was looking at a thing of burritos and I was looking at this box of corn dogs. And I saw there was a box just with 2 corn dogs in it, and I was like, that could be lunch tomorrow. And I went, no, I'll be fine. And I really regret that. I don't know why. Apparently my favorite thing in the world now for food is a corn dog. Give me a corn dog and I'm yours right now. This world's taking literally forever to create. I have no idea what's going on. Why? Why? Hey, if anyone's watching still, notice my new editing abilities, my new capability of editing suddenly out of nowhere and how terrible it is and everything. You know, it's not like I got like a really advanced editing software. Oh, that's another thing. So we have this really old computer that's from like the 1800s. I'm just kidding. No computer existed in the 1800s. Is my phone going off? It is. Oh, my mom's texting me. So I'm supposed to go over to my neighbor's house and like work for her for $10 an hour. Actually, this is like really smoothed it out here in the Nether. I usually go over to my neighbor's house and she pays me like minimum wage, which is $10 an hour, to do this yard work and stuff for her every once in a while. And she called me 2 days ago and said, hey, can you come over, help me hook up this new hose and then do this and that. And she called me today like an hour before I was supposed to go over and she's like, hey, I found this really nice television program and I just want to sit here and watch it, so don't come over today. It's not gonna be that, you're not gonna be really upset about it, are you? It's like, no, because I'd rather stay home. I mean, it's one day. It's not like I was gonna become rich off of it or anything, or it's not like it's a big deal. I'll just go over and do it some other time. It's not bothering anyone. It's not bothering me. It's not bothering her. Who cares? Apparently it bothers my mom, though. And then she's gonna like call and be like all worried, like, does she know that you didn't show up? Why didn't you show up? Because she told me not to. Oh, why'd she tell you not to? I feel like that's... Oh my god. I thought that was like a... It's like... What's wrong with your head? He doesn't have a head. What's wrong with... The one zombie had his spine, like, sticking out. Alright, I think... There's really nothing to see here. It's just more netherrack. So I know that there's someone in the Oxcast who does Terraria videos and plays Terraria a lot. That's Shin. Okay, we got a problem now. And so I decided to like watch one Terraria video, just like it's not like at the beginning of the series or in the middle. Well, it is in the middle of the series. It was just like a random video. I was like, you know what? Let's play some Terraria. I never really got like really into Terraria, but I've played a little bit. So I know some of like the basics of like getting people to go show up. So I know how to get the merchant. I know how to build the houses and everything. I know how to like mine. I know some of the basics. I know the crafting thing. What I don't know is why there are so many stinking zombies in this world. So speaking of new things I'm doing, I started watching Breaking Bad. For anyone who really loves the show or anything. Don't spoil it for me. I mean, it was only a matter of time till I started watching Breaking Bad, right? My dad said a couple months ago, he was like, this is when I was watching The Walking Dead. He was like, I need to start watching those big shows like The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad. And I was like, yeah, you should. The Walking Dead's a pretty amazing show. And he still hasn't decided to watch it at all or anything. I think we're going to use this as our block for this. Oops. But yeah, he hasn't watched it. I mean, we had The Walking Dead on last night to watch the episode 10. There's like 16 episodes per season. Zombie without head attacked me. But yeah, he was watching The Walking Dead with me and my brother because we like sorry for all of you out there who really like grammar. It was my brother and I. My bad. Not that I really cared to say it, but I had to correct myself for all of you out there who are really concerned about my English. But my brother and I usually sit down and watch The Walking Dead every Sunday because we really like it. His favorite character is actually Rosita, who I mean, I'm okay with that, but my favorite character, obviously, you've heard me talk about it before. My favorite character is Daryl. Norman Reedus. Yes. But my family thought because I really like Daryl in The Walking Dead that I'm like obsessed with Norman Reedus or something. Because the other night they were watching Vacation. It's like this comedy movie. I guess like a pilot goes on vacation to a place called like Wally World or whatever with his family. And Norman Reedus plays the part of like a truck driver. It was great. I had to watch it the next day because I fell asleep in the middle of the movie. But my brother was like, "Oh, your favorite actor was in a show," and at first I was like, "Who does he think my favorite actor is?" I was thinking, he probably thinks it's Norman Reedus, but I'm not sure if that's what he's trying to refer to. And I was like, "I don't know. Who was it? Why is there lip gloss? Hello Kitty lip gloss in my brother's bed? What the heck?" But he was like, "Oh, your favorite actor," and I was like, "Oh, who is it?" And he was like, "Really?" I said, "Starts with an N." And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, there's only one I know that starts with an N. Norman Reedus. And he's like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Who's your favorite character in The Walking Dead? Comment down below right now. Do you like Rick? Do you like Carol? I know a lot of people hate Carol, but I actually like Carol. Here's my reasoning why. Trigger the meme that says the Carol meme about coughs and the blowtorch. Hopefully, I put it in. I should have. But let me explain why. Carol, she may seem not strong and everything, but what happens whenever Carol leaves the group? She ends up showing up and like saving the day. What happens when everybody got sick and she decided to bust out the blowtorch and burn people? Just kidding. She didn't bust out a blowtorch, but she burnt some people and killed them because they were sick and she was worried they'd spread the disease around. What happened? She decided to leave because she was the one who killed people. So she left Rick. And then what happens? They end up getting attacked and they go to Terminus and then they're all captured at Terminus. And what do you know? Carol shows up out of nowhere and saves the day. She saved everybody there. But yeah, there was that. So I honestly think that whenever Carol's trying to seclude herself, it normally ends up going to greater things than what people think. I mean, Carol, yeah, I think everything will turn out all right. I mean, I watched the episode. Do I want to spoil it? Let's wait. Let's wait to spoil it. Actually, this is probably gonna be like the third episode or the second episode because I'm trying to do like alternate days or something. Hopefully, I could just spoil it now. Let's do it. All right. Spoiler alert! If you don't want to watch this part, skip ahead a few seconds or something. Not a few seconds. I'll try to make this quick and brief. So when Daryl showed up and he was like all concerned about Carol, he was right about how if Carol knew what happened to Glenn and Abraham, because remember, Carol does not know what happened to Glenn and Abraham. If Carol knew what happened to Glenn and Abraham, she would want to fight. So when Daryl told her that everything was okay, I think A, that's a good reason, because or else Carol would go like berserk and want to fight all of a sudden. I think Carol might be too ambitious and might want to fight by herself, and she'd end up getting herself killed. Because she even stated that if something were to happen, she would end up fighting and killing herself in the process of fighting. So I think it was a pretty good move on Daryl not to do anything like that. But also, I feel like if she knows later on when they need help fighting, Carol would be on their side. No doubt she would fight. Morgan, there's problems with him because obviously he does not like violence and killing, I guess. And in order to fight back against Negan, there is going to have to be some killing. I think the greatest part was when Morgan was asking for his stick back. The awkwardness of that, of, can I have my stick back, please? That was probably 10 out of 10 stars, my favorite part. But I feel like we'll end the spoiler bit here. I feel like this is gonna end up coming down to some things that may be important. These little people helping out. But it looks like next week's episode is going to be a little bit more focused on Eugene and that whole scenario that's going down. So I wonder how that'll end up working out. Well, now that we've gotten all the spoiler bit out of the way, now what do we talk about? There's like nothing left to talk about. I don't know. Hey, the world's loaded. Perfect timing. Aren't there like emeralds on this world or something? In this biome? If there are, I'm going to be so excited. I'm just going to gather a few of these blocks. Oh, this is that world that I fell out of, wasn't it? If it has the emeralds on it, this is that world that's got like the barriers are messed up. God, the lag. For a second there, I wasn't even like holding down any keys and it was still walking. Are there emeralds on this world? There's some lapis. Should be emeralds, I believe. This is unusual, I think. Alright, well. Hopefully we end up finding a couple. We just need 3, I believe. Literally, we can find like 3 and then end the episode with 3 emeralds and then put them in the monument as a block. That'd be the best thing ever. This world doesn't have emeralds by the looks of it. Is that a magma? It looks like that's a magma cube. Sad enough. This world is like nothing of what we need. Dang. No slimes. I feel like a rabbit. You got a lot of meat though. I actually gave myself less meat than what I had when I died. So, for any of you who think that I might have been cheating when I gave myself all that after that glitch killed me. Huh? Hey, come around the corner. Pop your head up. I think there's nothing really there. We already have that. We'll just name it Where are the emeralds? And I think that'll have to do it for this episode. Where are the emeralds? That'll have to do it for this episode. Thank you so much, everybody who's stayed tuned in to watch. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed and are still here with me, hit that like button down below. Every little bit helps. I'd like to thank you so much. This really is a truly great channel, in my opinion. Not really. It's terrible. I'm kidding. It's whatever you think it is. Terrible, great, awful, terrible, horrible. Thank you. Make sure to leave a subscribe so that you can see any future episodes, so that you can see any past episodes, just so you can see everything. Hopefully we'll end up getting into that Warframe. We'll end up maybe doing some Shell Shock again. Shell Shock revived. We'll end up doing maybe some balloons again. Maybe... what's that other game? I feel like there's another game. Maybe that's not. Hearthstone, that's the other game. And some other Minecraft videos as well. So I hope all of you enjoyed as much as I did recording. And I'll see all of you next time. Peace out.